Oh, welcome back to Let's Be Frank Culture, and my name is Frank, bringing you guys a movie review of one of the latest movies to hit Netflix, which is called Murder Mystery 2, which is the sequel to Murder Mystery. And actually, it stars Adam Sandler and Jennifer Antison once again reprising their characters from the first movie. If you have not watched the first movie, it's a very good movie, very funny. However, in terms of comedy, this movie, the second one, Murder Mystery 2, is way more comedic. Adam Sandler actually is probably one of his best comedy movies in some time. Him and Jennifer Antison have a good chemistry with one another. This one kicks off with us catching up with Nick and Audrey as they are now running a private detective agency after Nick had retired from the police force, never achieving the detective role that he was seeking in the first movie. However, because they solved all the mysteries in the first movie, they had name notoriety and they decided to go into the private detective industry. Again, the movie kind of starts off with this premise showing that they're struggling, showing that they have a hard time trying to pay their bills. And of course, they're not doing so well in the private detective industry. They still have to get their licensing and they're trying to study for this test. And then they get a call out of the blue from one of the former characters in the last movie, Vic, who is planning to get married. And so he invites them to his private island. And that's when the story really kicks off. They head over to this private island. And already we meet Vic and we meet his soon-to-be bride. And then we see the Colonel once again, one that was from the last movie as well, and now missing a full arm instead of just an arm. Hilarious movie once again, and the plot revolves around Vic being kidnapped and Nick and Audrey having to jump into action once again and trying to figure out who had kidnapped Vic from his own wedding. And of course, you have the same players, suspects, and Nick and Audrey themselves become suspects, and they go through this hilarious cat and mouse game throughout the entire movie. And this one scene particularly is a van scene as they're chasing another car down the road, and it's just hilarity. Actually, they're inside the van. They're not chasing; they're being chased. But they're inside this van, and it's hilarious. Just the interaction of Jennifer Aniston and of course Adam Sandler in this, and the way it happens, and of course it's very formulaic, where they hit all the pacing right. It's a great movie, start to finish. Really enjoyed it. We sat down with the family and we watched it a couple nights ago, and I just thought it was a great film, a very funny film, which is rare these days to actually see a very funny film, and of all places on something like Netflix. So let me know if you have watched Murder Mystery 2. If you have, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. Of course, I look forward to reading those, and of course, you telling me how you guys thought of this movie. And if you haven't watched it, what are you waiting for? Go check it out. It's by far one of my favorite movies so far this year. Anyway, until next time, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. I hope you all have a wonderful and fun-filled day. Have a great one, everyone.